Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 Talbot County Business Academy Cohort 1 graduation. I'm Will Holmes on behalf of Talbot County Economic Development and Tourism and the entire WHC team. I'd like to welcome you to tonight's important event. Over the last 8 weeks, these business owners have invested 3 to 4 hours per week in class, learning the information they need to scale their businesses, add jobs, and prepare to access capital. Plus, each business owner has dedicated additional time spending one-on-ones with me and their program mentors in law, accounting, human resources, and marketing. Also, each business owner has given countless hours completing their homework and working on their cash flow projections and their growth plans. Every single business owner is required to turn that in. What we need to know is what they're going to do over the next 12 months to grow their companies, add jobs, and have an economic impact on the county. So they have all done that. I'd like to thank Talbot County for the opportunity to work with these incredible business owners. And I encourage all of our attendees tonight to spread the word about this free online program as applications are open applications are going to be open in September for future cohorts, or near September for future cohorts. So I definitely want to thank everyone here tonight, all the judges who are here to support us. Of course, I would definitely want to thank Ms. Van Hooser for all of her support. We started talking about 1 year ago about this program, and I know it took a lot of effort on her part and all of her partners in the county to really make this happen. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with her. And I'd like to ask if Ms. Van Hooser would just say a few words to us before we actually get started with the presentation. Ms. Van Hooser, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. I see downtown Baltimore in your window there, and I just want to say our hearts go out to Baltimore today. An event like that is really sobering, and it makes you appreciate all the wonderful things that you have. And Talbot County is such a special place, and I know that everybody is feeling for Baltimore tonight. So I just want to start with that. But I will also say we began this journey almost 3 years ago. Mr. Holmes, you said one. It was us for one, but it's taken us almost 3 years to get here. And that happened when Governor Larry Hogan announced a $50 million investment in rural economic development initiatives. A lot of people wanted this money, but I requested a portion of that money that Talbot County got to go for funding for this program, a training program for entrepreneurs, small businesses that form the foundation of our economy here in Talbot County and on the Eastern Shore. The county council agreed, and they funded 2 cohorts. Our plans were then approved by the Midshore Regional Council, the Maryland Department of Commerce, and ultimately the governor himself. And so tonight, we're graduating our first cohort. And so it has been a long and awesome journey, but I'm so proud of this group. You've done everything that we asked. And tonight I've invited leaders and board members. They're my board members and are here to support you, community leaders, cheering you on. And they're the people who will support you as you grow your business. And we're excited to see those presentations tonight. So good luck, because I know you're going to kill it. And back to you, Mr. Holmes, with that, and I'll be back at the end.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Van Hooser. I'm going to check in with my associate here, Dr. Coles. Dr. Coles handles everything to do with the technology to make sure, so I can just show up and talk. Dr. Coles, how are we doing on assignments for breakout rooms?
Good evening, and again, welcome everyone. We are actually good to go, so we are ready when you are.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Well, that being said, just to make sure everyone understands, so judges, what I'm going to ask you to do, if you could help me out in those rooms, if you could, when you get into that room with your fellow judges, if you could choose maybe a lead judge and maybe even someone to keep the time. Each presentation should be 15 minutes. So if you could help me out and maybe just give them maybe if you see that, because there are 15 slides and it should be 15 minutes. So it should be about a minute per slide. So if you see someone's pace is a little off, feel free just to remind them, hey, we have 5 minutes left or 6 minutes left, especially if they're still on slide 1, 2, or 3. That shouldn't be the case. We have worked hard everyone has practiced to fight the urge to say too much on each slide. So I'm certain everyone will move very quickly and smoothly as they have practiced through the slides. But we could have one lead judge, just kind of make sure that we're staying on pace, that we're asking the questions, and then also keeping time. And then from there, we should begin. The business owners would then, of course, and it doesn't matter who goes first. Lead judge can choose a business owner to go first, or they can volunteer, whatever works best in your room. And then from there, we'll start the presentation. The business owner knows what to do. We'll have the questions, the next business owner, and so on and so forth until we finish. All right. I think we have
Good
a question
evening.
for our judges.
Good
Mr.
evening.
You have a question?
Good evening.
Yeah, I do. Well, I'm sorry.
Yes, Mr. Smoot, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just wondering, and maybe I missed it, but are we restricted to the 3 prescribed questions? Can we ask other questions?
That's a fantastic question. So for the sake of time, during that 5-minute period in between the presentations, if you could stick to those 3 questions, because that allows us to gather feedback and just make sure we at least cover those. But then after that, I assume, because normally there's always one group that goes long, and we want to give them time. So, and that's totally fine. What we want to do is, like, after let's say that first hour, when just mathematically should be about 4 presentations, and living a little bit longer, maybe an hour and maybe a quarter, for 5 minutes of questions each. If there is time remaining after everyone is gone and had their 3 questions, please ask more questions. Please give feedback. Please connect them to resources at that time, okay? And of course, you can also share your contact information. Please, if you see someone you want to work with, do it right there in that direct chat. Let them know that you're interested in helping them and working with them. We have a lot of lenders here tonight, and I know that these business owners, because look, let me tell you, you give them the magic words. They understand their cash flow projection. So they can have that conversation with you and tell you exactly how and when they want to grow their businesses and the resources they need to do it. So please connect with them and have conversations if you feel like there's a good fit. Does that answer your question, Mr. Smoot?
Sure. I'm good.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, everyone. I think let's see if there's anyone else have any questions. We'll make sure I answer any questions anyone has. Anyone else? Okay, I think we're ready to go. Let me just say this. Everyone who's participated in this program, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I know you're going to do an amazing job tonight. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, yes. Is that who's that, Mr. Harris?
Yes, I am having some difficulty here. I don't know if my video is on or not, but it's not showing. And I'm just.
It's okay, Mr. Harris, no problem. What we're going to do is we're going to keep you in the main room. Thanks for letting me know. And then Dr. Cole, she can fix everything, and we'll make sure we fix it, and then you'll be just fine. Okay.
Okay, great.
No worries. You're going to graduate tonight. I promise you that.
That's believe it.
All right, very good. Okay, so just hang tight for me, sir, and then everyone else, we're going to move you to your room, and then we'll get started. Okay. All right, Dr. Cole, is everything good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, everyone. So you'll magically appear in your breakout rooms, and when we return to the main room, we will continue on with the graduation. We'll see you, and I'll be popping in and out of the rooms just to make sure everything is okay. See you in a bit. Thank you so much. All right, welcome back. We just had all of our business owners through our Talbot Works Business Academy program present to the judges in their breakout rooms. Everyone presented. It was fantastic. At least I thought it was fantastic, but don't take my word for it. Let's see what the judges have to say. So we're going to ask a few judges just for a few minutes or so, just to really just share their thoughts on what they saw. And then after that, we'll ask some business owners who were in the program to give us some feedback on their time in the program. So we'll open it up. Any judges have anything they'd like to share?
I'd like to share.
Please do. Thank you, Ms.
Okay. Yeah. So, it became really apparent the camaraderie the group that I was in had with each other. You could tell that they had done the hard work together and experienced it together. And then in each presentation, I just made note that, they were just talking about how their minds had been expanded with all the different business principles. They were able to take more ownership of their business and take it from what they considered it once to be to something that is important and able to grow and expand. And they each also said something very nice about you, and then also Ms. Van Hooser. And they all seemed very grateful for the opportunity. So it was just a really good time tonight watching that people had really dug in on their business and saw the potential and are positioned now to expand and grow.
Wow, that's very nice. That's a great way to start the feedback from judges. All right, fantastic. Ms. Mears, just for the record, do you mind saying what organization you're with?
I'm with M3 Synergies.
All right, very good. Thank you for being here tonight. Really appreciate it. Okay, any other judges?
Mr. Holmes, I'd like to give you a bit of a feedback because I have a bit of an advantage, I guess, sitting on two sides. One, I joined you and Cassandra and Debbie for the interviewing of the participants, so to speak, 8 weeks ago. So I saw the level of interaction that you had with each one of them, and when they were trying to justify or at least present their cases to become a member of this wonderful group, we had kind of one perspective. Now that having gone through this 8 weeks of program, and thanks to you and the wonderful program that you have accomplished and implemented, I see quite a bit of difference from what I heard during the interview and what I heard today in terms of preparation, in terms of understanding of their own business, in terms of having a strategy and also understanding what needs to be done in order for them to be able to take it to the next level. That is not only good for them, but is good for the community, and also have a more clear roadmap in terms of what they wanted to go through and then make a progress and to the next level of their business. I wanted to thank you again, as I heard it from Meredith as well. Everybody is very complimentary of what you have done and the lessons that they've learned throughout this journey. Thank you.
Mr. Jafari, I really appreciate you. And we met a few months ago. We just happened to be sitting next to each other at an event, actually Keisha's event. And here we are today. It's just crazy how that all worked out. So thank you so much for your support. Do you mind, just for the record, just saying what organization you're with?
Well, currently I am with E-Development International.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sir. All right, any other judges? Anything to share?
Yeah, I would like to make a comment. If I had to describe the session with one word, I would say impressive. The strategies that they incorporated in their business plans was very definitive. The confidence, and you can tell that they've laid things out and thought things through, very well, and answered the questions, very crisply. And so I was really impressed. Tim Smoot, Meridian Management Group, providing loans, equity investments, and surety bonding to small businesses in Maryland.
I would, this is Rich Leffler. I would just make a comment that my observation here said we listened to 4 people. I got 3.5 of them at least have marketing problems. And it says to you, Cassandra, and to Mr. Holmes, that if we could do something, I think, a little bit on marketing as you move forward. It appears to be something that we're a little bit weak at. I just think if we focus on it, we can take care of that too. But thank you. Participants were good, very good.
Good evening, Yvette Clark, Mayor's Office of Employment Development in Baltimore City, Chief of Employer Services. I was really inspired. I think that the groundwork was solid. The presentation and format of how the information was presented to us was very, very good. But what I was most inspired about is that our business owners had a deep passion for the work. And I think that's sustainable when you really, really care about people. In this case, all of them were invested, and some of them had a social mission. All of them had a social mission to empower people and make them feel better. Economic justice, equity, all of that was like a common thread in the presentations, and that was very inspiring to me. So I just want to thank our presenters again, because it's one thing when you're talking, you know, projections and you're looking at bottom line. Everyone wants to have a business and stay in business and scale the business. But if you really have that deep passion for your business, that makes a difference in people wanting to do business with you and being able to have a sustainable business. So I applaud you all for that.
This is Michelle Howard. I'm the Director of Small Business Programs at Wilmot, and we cover the DMV. I want to say that all the companies that we had this evening, I have to go back with what Yvette said. They were inspiring. You know, they had so much passion about their businesses. They had confidence. Like, I look for that. I look for the confidence, because when they have confidence, they take ownership and they really are the owners. And that really came through. I'm always impressed when the businesses know their numbers, because that's one of the things, you know, working with so many small business on a national basis. You know, when they first start out, they don't know the numbers, but WHC, you did your job. They know their numbers. They were confident. They were passionate. And it was really great to see them.
Oh, thank you all so much. Any other judges? Anything you want to share?
My group had a great group of businesses. Sorry, I'm off camera. My computer's acting funny. It's been a long day of meetings. I guess the camera's tired now. But it was a wonderful time. You know, everyone in our group used under 15 minutes, which just shows that they knew their business, they knew their presentation, they weren't scrambling of words, and they knew the numbers. And I always say, there's grown adults that don't even know how to really do presentations like that and that smooth, without stuttering, without questions, or without being as nervous. So, and if you guys were nervous, I couldn't tell. I loved it a lot.
And Mr. Joe, you're with M&T Bank, correct?
Yes, sir. M&T Bank, and we are a lending capital.
All right, very good. Also, of course, your partner over there, Mr. Jim Peterson, always very supportive of all of our programs across the state. I do want to acknowledge both of you for years of support at this point. So thank you so much, and welcome to Talbot County. All right, so we've heard from our judges. Let's see if any business owners who participated in the 8 weeks have anything to say before we graduate. Floor is yours. Anyone want to say anything? I know you're not.
I'd like to say something. This has been a phenomenal course. Again, as an educator, I was impressed by the methods that you use in order to be able to get us from where we were to where we are now. And so when we look back over the last 8 weeks, we can definitely see the growth in the presentations, and that's what some of the judges had mentioned as well. But it was a great course, and so I had an opportunity to really meet a lot of business owners in Talbot County, and a couple of them I went to as a result of this program. So yeah, great job.
Dr. Bell, congratulations for being on TV as well. You might not think people were watching, but I did see you. Were you not on the Access TV about your upcoming event that you have?
Oh yeah, I guess I
did see you there. So congratulations. It was very well.
All right, thanks.
All right. Any other business owners?
So we would like to say something. Will, to your team, we thank you so much for the time that you took to instruct us over the past 8 weeks. It actually made us do so much thinking outside of the box. We've already started putting some of the information that we learned into practice, and we're actually looking forward to moving forward and growing our business. So thank you all so much. And the relationships that we built with the mentors, phenomenal. Great team, great cohort. Thank you all. We've met some wonderful people through this cohort, and we look forward to keeping in touch with some of you. So thank you.
Very good, very good. I see we got some hands raised. So I see Kimberly, Hardesty. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
I'm still at it. I still run over you. Sorry. I just wanted to reiterate that it was just a wonderful, Mr. Holmes, that you have this great program. It really gave me a lot more confidence, and I've actually made a few bookings with beauty schools that I'm going to go and present and try to get some really good qualified staff. I'm actually going to have an apprentice, so it'll be with I may even do the apprenticeship program in Maryland. We'll see, I'll look into that. And I've just been really, really thankful to everyone involved. And thank you, Ms. Van Hooser, too.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hardesty. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you every week, getting to know about you and your business. That has been great. It's been absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna go with Mr. Lynch and then Ms. Windon. I think, unless anyone else has anything to say, I think those will be our last two. Mr. Lynch, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I just want to say, coming into this program, I was working probably about 60, 70 hours a week and just wishing for a breakthrough like this. I tell you, just being in my first class gave me a whole idea of how to restructure my company and all the many facets of my company. I just want to commend you guys. I take my hat off to you. And if there's any way I can help, because I'm all about giving back, please, don't feel free to reach out. And again, I thank everyone involved and as well as the cohort members.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lynch. And don't worry, I'm coming down to try your food, so don't worry about that. You'll be seeing me. There's no doubt about that. All right, I think, let me see, Miss Windon. I think you were next, and then I think Miss Miller maybe will round us out.
I said this in my group, and I said this to Will earlier today, but as someone who's been in business for 10 years, I think that there are so many metrics of success in your business, and to take the time to stop and reframe the way you think is such a gift. And I'm just incredibly grateful for Cassandra's vision and commitment to bringing this to Talbot County. This should be required coursework for anyone who's even thinking about opening a business. I can't imagine, I actually probably wouldn't have started my business had I known how difficult it was 10 years ago. But this kind of foundational work, it's never too late. And there's no time like now to turn things around or just change one thing. And so the opportunity to rethink what we do, to connect with others, and to feel the support and love of the people who are really. Entrepreneurialism is not easy. It's billed as this wonderful, glorious thing, and it's the literal hardest thing you can do. And it's a very, very lonely experience as well. And so to have other people supporting you, rooting for you, and to be able to root for them is a great gift. So I cannot wait to see you all in person next month. And thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wendy. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you. And I'm looking forward to trying some rum when I come to county. No doubt about that. All right, Ms. Miller, I think you are our last business owner who volunteered to share. So you can wrap us up.
I'll just be quick. I just wanted to say thank you so much. And similar to what Jaime said, I feel like this is something that should be required for anyone before they're starting a business or in the beginning of a business. I mean, it's amazing how much information that we absorbed in these 8 weeks. And it's been super fun getting to know everyone in the class as well and seeing some of you out in public and putting names to faces and everything. But thank you so much, Will and Cassandra and Dr. Coles. I mean, I can't believe how much work you guys have done on top of your full-time jobs.
Well, Ms. Miller, it's an absolute pleasure. I mean, fortunately, I love what I do, so they didn't really feel like work. And it's been an absolute pleasure getting to know every single one of you. And I will be coming to visit all of you. I always to me, I always said, like, you guys are in the family, you guys are like my kids. I will be coming around and check on my kids to make sure that you all are doing well. And here's my little segue to our next speaker. So I just real quick, I was the chair of the Chamber of Commerce in Baltimore City, right when COVID hit. And we couldn't have events anymore. So I've written this curriculum, and really it was just something I was really doing for free with the SBA. Just to really help out because we're partners with them. And so we couldn't have events. I needed to create value so people wouldn't quit the chamber and stop being members. And so I did this cohort. And it wasn't as robust anywhere near as it is now. It was just me teaching it. It was about 6 weeks long. We had about 30 businesses go through. It went well. And then Morgan State University saw it. They wanted a version. And it was good. It was still just me teaching it. But then your councilwoman saw it. And she said, at that time, she was with Anne Arundel County Economic Development, and she was like, you know what, we need something like that here. And because she'd been working on something, and my curriculum and her idea just seemed to kind of fit based on what she said. But she made it more robust. When I came to work with her, she said, look, that's cool, but we need a law mentor, an accounting mentor, an HR mentor. And we took her ideas and my curriculum, and we had a tremendous impact on Anne Arundel County. Now we've had like 111 grads since then, and that's because of her, Miss Keisha, Councilwoman Keisha Hayes. Then Johns Hopkins Carrier Business School saw it, and we created a program there. We've had at least like 100 graduates there since we started. Then Charles County saw it. We've had over 100. I mean, this is the same program that Councilwoman Hayes created, really, and I helped a little bit, but it was really her idea. And I just took it to different counties. I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm gonna take it to different counties. And then Charles County, we have over 100 grads there. And now we're in Talbot County. We've done it for the SBA on a national level, and a few hundred people there with National Disability Institute. So we have over 600 graduates, and who've experienced this very robust program. And I had no idea we would come to this point. It was all because of Councilwoman Keisha Hayes and I talking. What year was that? Like 2020, we started talking, and then we implemented in 2021. And now hundreds of people later, like this is where we are. So look, it all came from me following my dream and doing what I thought was the right thing to do, but then also Ms. Hayes and her dream and us coming together, and now here we are. It's just amazing. So I think it's just so perfect that Councilwoman Hayes, if you could just say a few words on behalf of the county and your thoughts on what you've seen today.
So the testimonies of everybody, the judges and the businesses, this is exactly what was envisioned when this program was started in Anne Arundel County. And so my goal over there coming out of COVID was to help the businesses expand, grow, and create jobs. And that's exactly what we did. Will and I came together, created a IVP program is what we called it in Anne Arundel County, Inclusive Venture Program. And now it continues to rock and roll even after my departure. And I'm glad that it's withstanding the test of time because it is a critical program to helping businesses. It doesn't matter if you're a startup or, as Jaime mentioned, been in business for 10 years. It is a critical program. And if you do the work, if you do the homework, your business will expand. And you do need that passion. But I am so excited that all of you were chosen to be part of this program. I'm so excited that all 5 council members was on board. And to me, this says economic development is important and a value in Talbot County. And that was my intended goal when I became elected. All of you are valued in Talbot County. All of your businesses matter. And I am so glad that you reached this point. And Will, you've done your job. You and your team, listening to everyone, they've gotten out of it exactly what they needed to get out of it. So, I know I'm going to miss people, but Debbie, Cassandra, and I remember sitting down at Legal Asset talking about this program and trying to get it started. And so it's just so good to see it and does my heart well to see it come to fruition in Talbot County. And so we want to keep it going. We want to keep bringing more businesses through. And so again, I congratulate all of you, and I look forward to seeing you and introducing all of you to the county council when you come in. So Mary, one of my colleagues in economic development, thank you for being part of this as well. Greg, I see him every council meeting. And so just thankful to all of you and Cassandra for making this happen. We believe in all of you. And if you need anything from the county council, please feel free to reach out. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, Will.
Thank you, Councilwoman. So now,
well, before you go,
yes, sir.
I would like to offer something and put it on the table. First of all, thanking Keisha. Yes, I remember that lunch that we had in Legal Asset. Yes, that was a kind of the beginning of Cassandra bringing all of us together and then trying to figure out to see where we're going to go. And we are also looking forward to your next venture, Madam Councilwoman, in Talbot County. But without taking too much time, Will, I would like to propose, put an idea on the table to see if you and the other graduates of this program are interested in doing it. I would like to suggest that we create an alumni association of this group. And now you said you have 600 other alumni. So those alumni can create a group of community of interest that they can compare notes to see where have they been, where are they now, and what they can do. And back to Yvette's point, then when they can inspire many other folks that they can follow them, and they become now a kind of a resource available to the new generation of leaders and entrepreneurs coming in.
I like the way you think, Mr. Jafari. But just, you know what, we're on the same page. So within the next I wanted to hit 600, and we did. So once we did that, now we're about to roll out some amazing stuff. And but no, we're on the same page. And what I'll do, actually, I'll send you some information before I put it out to the whole world. So
right,
we're on the same page as always.
Awesome. Always. Thank you.
Very good. Okay.
Hey, Will, one question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Were there any naysayers like we had in Anne Arundel? We had one that was like, "Oh no, it's not going to work."
No, actually,
good.
Everybody I've met, so just real quick. So I didn't know anybody in public except for Councilwoman Hayes, and then I met, I met Cassandra through the program, but I ended up going to, Councilwoman Keisha's event, and then I met all these people who wanted to support the program. Like, I was just talking, and then they just were immediately supportive of it. And they have been, and every single person who applied for the program, very positive, like excited about the program. And this group went exceptionally well. Like, I didn't have to chase anybody to do their homework. I didn't have to do any of those things that I may do in other places. This has actually been this is probably definitely the easiest to launch cohort number 1 in all the programs that I've done. It's been at least like 7 or 8 now. So yeah, this has been fantastic, been great.
Excellent. That's good. We had one business that she was just fighting Will the whole way, but when she got to the end, she realized the value of the program and how her business would turn around and change. So she was a believer at the end. So that was awesome.
Business owners were assertive, and I respect it, but numbers don't lie. I'll tell you that. Numbers don't lie. That's once we start looking at cash flow projections, that seems to calm everybody down.
That's right.
So I'm going to take us out at this point now. I want to of course, thank our judges for all their hard work tonight. I want to thank, of course, Talbot County, Cassandra, Councilwoman Hayes, Mr. Jafari, like everyone who's just been extremely supportive. I'm definitely not trying to miss anybody. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure. But I just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone at all. But I just want to thank you all so much for being so very supportive. And so we're at that point in the night that I think we've all been working hard to reach. So now is the moment you've all worked toward. On behalf of Talbot County, I officially recognize that you have satisfied the requirement, put in the work, and created a plan for growth. You are ready to positively impact Talbot County. You have graduated. You are now graduates of Cohort 1 of the Talbot County Business Works Academy. I'm so proud of you. Let's have a round of applause for our graduates as we wrap up tonight. Thank you all so much for all your hard work. Yes. I look forward to seeing you in our in-person get-together / graduation sometime next month. Thank you all so much. Have a great night.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you all.